Welcome back to Welsh Miniature Board Gamer, and this is the pre-match roll-ups for Mission 5 of our 5 Parsecs from home game. So first of all, we're doing the invasion fleeing, because last time the Greys had invaded our planet, and my Shook at 12. So we managed to flee the planet without any problem, nice and safe. So it says, no payment, purchases or campaign events this turn, as we're too busy fleeing the planet, getting to safety. We lose all of our credits in the fleeing because we have to bribe, the officials to get us on board some ship because we don't have our own vessel to flee upon. And we also lose 1d6 worth of items, which is quite a problem at the moment. But yes, losing money yet again, it does seem like it's an ongoing joke that's happening to our crew. But yeah, so how many pieces of equipment do we lose? We lose 6 pieces of our equipment. So I'm going to choose to lose the 2 rage out that we gained previous game, the 2 boosters that we had, the damage military rifle, and one of the damage frag grenades. Now that we know that we're fleeing Arcana, we have to find a name for our new planet that we're heading for, and we're heading for Liber 4, which is in our star system or whatever. So I'm going to take note, write down on Arcana, that they are currently being invaded by the Greys. Or the Abductors, if you want to call them by their proper name. But they're Greys. We all know they're Greys. So we have to find out whether this planet needs a license for to work our particular skills, and I do shake it in the end, and we do find out that no, it doesn't need any license. And also we have to find out if it has anything remarkable about itself. So the features of the planet is that it's actually a war zone, so it's currently in civil flux, if you will, with various factions fighting each other over supremacy for the planet. So that means that there are going to be 1d3 damaged buildings on every single board that we, make for this planet, etc. Now, because we fled Arcana so quickly, we lose all our patrons, and of course we lose all our rivals also, because they all scattered as well, fleeing the Grey invasion. So yeah, that is what happened with the patrons and rivals. Now comes upkeep, and of course we have no credits, so I have to exchange one of our story points for free credits. So once we've got those free credits, I have to pay 1 credit for the upkeep of our crew, because everybody else is in sickbay, so our upkeep is actually kept quite low. So that leaves us with 2 credits left. So medical care, so we can pay 4 credits in order to knock an extra day off the sickbay time, but unfortunately we've only got 2 credits, so we haven't got enough money to pay for that. So everybody loses 1 day in sickbay just from their natural healing, and nothing extra for the specialist medical care. So we're down to tasks. Now we're going to send Rico and EP1000 to look for patrons. I think that we're going to need some patrons to find work that actually pays better than these opportunity jobs that we seem to be getting at the moment. So that is what them 2 are going to get up to. Increase our chances by sending 2 people to do it, as opposed to, just the 1, or 1 person and a robot. So then we've got Kate. Now Kate, we're going to try and earn a bit of money, obviously, because that's what we're bleeding. So we're going to send her to do some trade, and hopefully she'll come back with something good. And then Topaz, is going to go exploring, because you never know, maybe we'll find something useful while exploring the city. You know, hopefully a bit of money. That would be really useful at this point in the game. So, rolling for Rico and XP 1000, looking for our patrons. So yeah, reading the rules and shaking the dice. 5 plus 2, that's 7. So actually we find 2 patrons. So each of the people find a patron, Rico and EP1000. So yeah, that's going to be useful. We can see which one is the better job. So then we got Kate, who's going out to trade and hopefully find us some cash. So Kate, while searching, manages to find something interesting. Shake once on the loot table. Okay, so we flicked to the loot table. Which takes me a while because I have to find the page that the loot table is on. So our first roll tells us that is a damaged weapon, which, yay. And what type of damaged weapon is it? It's a slug weapon. So, damaged slug weapon. What type of slug weapon is it? So we get a damaged handgun. Which, yeah, that's not exactly thrilling, is it? And now we get Topaz exploring. And we get a promising lead. Earn +3 credits if you do an opportunity mission this campaign turn. Now that's unlikely to become of any use because we got the 2 patrons that are going to be offering us jobs. But, you know, okay, that was fine. But yeah, I don't think we're going to be snatching that deal. So here I shake to find what the patron jobs are, but it soon became obvious which one I was going to take. So I'll tell you in detail what the one we finally took is. So it is for a wealthy individual called Maximilian Wallace, an eccentric billionaire with, should we say, shady motivations. You know, we don't know what he wants, but, you know, he seems to have a deep wallet, so we are happy to take it. At the time period, we have to do it this turn, which was the same with the second job that we had. So, yeah, we chose to do this one. Now, the benefits are, he is a persistent patron. It has a hazard. It's a hot job, meaning enemies on a 1 or a 2 after the mission will become permanent or persistent rivals. So we don't really want that. Now, there is some conditions to do with the mission. So it's a demanding mission, so it means that we only get the danger pay if we succeed in what we're doing, which, you know, that's going to be a bit of a problem. So we're going to have to actually succeed in the mission. Danger pay is +3 credits. So yeah, it's going to be a good paying job. And we get to shake twice for how much the mission pay is. And we can pick the highest of those dice rolls. So yeah, this is a really lucrative job deal that we have here. So let's find out what this mission entails. So it's a surprise encounter, which means we have caught these people off guard and we're going to be able to attack them without them reacting in the first turn because they are unaware that our intentions are bad. There's a loot cache on the table, which means that if we get to it, we can actually get a free roll on the loot table, which is going to be great. And the mission is an eliminate. So there's going to be a random guy on the table that we have to kill for some reason. Maximilian Wallace wants this person dead. So we have to arm our people, so I'm going to give Rico the hand cannon that the captain's not going to be using because he's still in sickbay. And we have to find out who we're actually going to be fighting. So we have got some hired muscle that we're going to be fighting, and see who the hired muscle is. It is a guild troops. So the guild troops are as follows. There's going to be 3 guild troopers with panic of 1 and a 2, speed of 4, combat 1, toughness of 4, and AI of tactical. And they're going to be armed with colony rifles. Then we have the specialist, of course, who is the same as a guild trooper for stats, but is carrying a fury rifle, which is a horrible weapon, which will punch through armor like it's not there. And of course we have a lieutenant with his blade and colony rifle and a combat of 2. So yeah, he's a very skilled individual and is probably going to give us quite a bit of a problem in the upcoming mission. So that is pre-game for our episode 5. So we're going to call episode 5 Personal Vendetta, because that's what Maximilian Wallace has got against this individual that he sent us after. So if you want to see that playthrough, that will be my next video, which will be in a couple of hours time, released at midnight. So yeah, tune in and see whether or not the drifters are able to fulfill their mission for Maximilian. So until then, I will say goodbye from me, a Welsh miniature board gamer.